Yeah, boxing is a strange sport. You know, it's 100 miles an hour in training camp. Then you have a fight, and you've got tens of thousands of people screaming for you, and it's on television, and there's millions of pounds, and it's all great. Then bang, it stops, and it's all over, and then you just got to get on with your life.
After 16 years, the two-division boxing champ David Haye decided to hang up his gloves at the age of 37, following 2 TKO defeats at the hands of fellow Englishman Tony Bellew. But the man nicknamed the Hayemaker won't go down in history for his losses.
I always fight tactically. I've never let my heart rule my head. I've always made sure that whatever tactics and strategy that I've been prepping for is implemented once that first bell rings.
In the ring, the muscle-bound Englishman will be remembered for his lightning-fast hand speed and his devastating punching power.
Everybody knows I punch hard until they get hit, and the moment they get hit, they realise, okay, it's not hype. He hasn't got a padded record. He genuinely punches harder than I've ever been in the ring with anybody in my life. And whether that's a jab, a hook, or a right hand, cuffing shot, they'll know. When I hit you, you stay hit.
26 of 28 wins came by way of knockout, making the orthodox fighter one of the most feared one-punch knockout artists the sport has ever known. A fact he was only too happy to remind his opponents of.
Rarely do I hit someone on the chin and I'm not go over or do a complete Bambi on ice routine.
His other greatest attribute was his ability to get on his opponent's nerves before the fight had even begun, instigating both heated and entertaining responses.
I admire his style, I admire his fighting. I just think he's an absolute plonker of a fella. That doesn't change. Just because I embraced him after the fight, that doesn't mean I think he's a plonker.
Even requiring a fence to be erected at a press conference with the volatile Dereck Chisora.
I wish we could do 15 rounds, because I know that sucker there is not fit enough. He hasn't got the lungs. From the word go, watching round 4, he'll be puffing at his ass.
The David Haye question. A few things to say about him, really. He's a he wouldn't fight Tyson Fury. End of that one.
Unfortunately, the latter part of his career will be remembered for serial cancellations because of injury, particularly ahead of aborted bouts with the always entertaining Tyson Fury. But Haye still managed to fight his way into the record books, lighting up British boxing like few other big men have. After unifying the cruiserweight division with a knockout over Wales's Enzon Macarinelli, Haye moved up in weight to fight a true giant of the sport in a division many deemed he was too small for. And the man he faced for the world title was the biggest heavyweight champion in history, the 213-centimeter tall, 149-kilogram Nikolai Valuev. And Haye beat him via a unanimous decision, despite the record 45-kilo weight differential.
This is my weight. I don't believe I should adjust my diet for any particular boxer. I am who I am, and I've made some of my biggest wins have been lighter than weighing now. So, I've fought the biggest heavyweight champion in history, Nikolai Valuev, who was at 50 kilos more than I was. I didn't need to bulk up for him, so I wouldn't need to bulk up for any other fighter.
And with a record of 28-4, Haye is the only other man aside from the great Evander Holyfield to unify cruiserweight titles before moving up to claim a heavyweight world title. Love him or hate him, David Haye was a gifted boxer and a brilliant athlete, and with accomplishments like his, will go down in history as one of Great Britain's best boxers and a real-life giant slayer.
This is it. I have to perform and have to perform at my best. I have that same feeling going into all of my fights against Dereck Chisora, against Klitschko, against Bellew. If I don't perform to my best, I get knocked out. I lose. That's how it works. That's how it's been with me, being the small guy in the fight.